Hello and welcome back to this episode of Know Thy Role, where we are playing the second mission for U-Boat. So in our first mission, we were able to complete a patrol, we sunk some ships, and we were even able to sink a ship that had some experimental radar equipment on it, and we stopped it from getting into British, what would you call it? British, sorry, having a brain freeze laboratories to be studied and made more effective. So now here we are in our second episode, and let's see what's going on. So I do see a little bit of weather going on here. I do see that we have messages. So let's see. Okay, so these are old messages that a convoy was in square AN 444. So I believe these are probably all going to be messages that we didn't read. Yeah, so this message seems to be encrypted with a foreign cipher and we can't decode it. Our radio man can still track the source using a radio direction finder. So we had tapped into the enemy and were able to track them for a little bit, but we couldn't understand what they were saying. And then the last one saying, on my way back to base, heard single propeller from a square AN 736, most likely merchant medium speed southern course. All right, so let's go ahead and clear that queue. Now, if you see this little life raft over here, remember we had taken aboard 8 prisoners from one of the ships that we sunk. So we can go over here and cash them in for some reputation, I believe, is the currency for this game. So this says, I brought survivors from a sunk ship. Here they are. And if we free the survivors, we get 300 bucks and plus 15%. I believe that's influence. So let's go ahead and free all these guys, free up some space on our boat. And we are done. Okay, now, for our regular crewmen, it appears that we only have 18 of 20 that we can have. So those are the little pips that help our officers when they're doing their specific jobs. So let's take on a full board now that we have a little bit of money to spend. So let's go ahead and exit, and let's look at some people that we can recruit. Okay, so we've got Franz. As the son of teachers, Franz Pollandant is very well read. He is most fascinated by books about seafaring and adventurous naval heroes like Admiral Nelson. He is also musically talented and plays several music instruments. Faced with a choice whether he wanted to become a musician or rather go to sea, he decided to join the Kriegsmarine. Unlike many of his comrades, he did not receive his basic nautical training on a regular training ship, but on a sailing training ship. However, he discovered that working at great heights, and especially on masts, was not necessarily one of his favorites. So after his training, he joined the U-boat flotilla for further. It's very much appreciated his comments. Okay, he seems like a likable guy. Let's go ahead and recruit him. And then we've got George here. Okay, so George likes airplanes. He learned a lot about engines and technology. And as soon as he graduated from school, he volunteered for the Luftwaffe for pilot training. However, he was classified as unsuitable because he was too short for the cockpit. Poor guy. Instead, because of his size, he was sent to the Marine U-boat school in Kiel. He started his duty reluctantly, but adapted to the situation during his training and was finally pleased to work in submarine technology. Gained a good knowledge of navigation and was trained as a helmsman. Is appreciated by his comrades, does his tool, but rarely shows initiative. Let's go ahead and take him to. So that's our 20. So let's go ahead and exit, and we can exit here. Now let's go ahead and resupply. Oh, so first let's go make sure that those people are actually part of our crew. So again, you're going to see that. Oh, so now we have the 20 of 20. Did we lose somebody or what happened? Okay, so everyone's boarded. Okay, we've got a full boat. They automatically, I guess, get put into the ship. So let's go to the warehouse and restock. So we want to see what you've got. Okay, so it looks like we have spare parts. Let's go ahead and add, got ammunition, fuel. Let's refuel. And now for the most important part, torpedoes. Okay. Yeah, because we used almost all of our torpedoes. Okay. So again, it appears these ones that actually cost something are the most effective. Let's go ahead and take those first. Since we do have the money for it. Alright, now the stern torpedo. Let's go ahead and grab a torpedo there. Okay, so the bow is full, stern full, torpedo tubes are full, and we need one here. Alright, and then items. We still have coffee, $5,000. Okay, let's hold off on this because I don't know if we're going to need a diving suit or a gun. And I don't want to buy the wrong one and then be unable to afford the one we actually do need when it comes up. So we're going to chill there and goodbye. Okay, so now our U-boat is off duty for 3 days. We can skip the times so that we can refuel. Oh, and before that, if you can see this little arrow over here, that means Rosing has leveled up, our radio guy. So we go to our menu and our crew, and Rosing, that's him right there. Okay, so he's got 1 skill point. He's a radio guy. So he can be a paramedic, radio usage practice, or sensitive hearing. Okay, the officer has spent tens of hours on the hydrophone and learned to better differentiate quiet sounds from the background noise. The officer can detect enemy ships from 25% greater distance. In addition, in manual mode, the sea noise is slightly quieter. Let's go ahead and get that. I mean, half the skill of the U-boat is to use our sonar and sneak up on people. I think that sounds like that's going to be a very useful skill to have. Now, I want to see if this guy can give us another officer that maybe we can use. Let's see. So let's ask him for some favors. I wish this thing, okay. So, specialized crew increases officers limit to 7 on board. Okay, I think we're gonna do that. Can we do it? Did we do it? No, 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 we don't need rest. Oh, no, because we have 0. Okay. We have 0 influence or whatever that reputation. Okay, but look at our little green bar is getting up there, so it won't be long before we can afford that. But that's also what gives us a cost for research in our headquarters, so we have to see what's going to be more important. But I think a full crew at this point. Let's go ahead and skip and get loaded up. All right, so it is a brand new day. Let's go ahead and see if we've got
Advance
some new
liaison officer,
orders.
relaying orders directly from the Admiralty. How may I assist you today, Captain?
Okay, you can tell me, are there
Chief,
any new
current
orders
orders,
from
the
the
Battle of the
Admiralty?
Atlantic has begun, and our U-boats have a crucial role to play in it. Our submarines operate close to the British Isles, planting mines on the shores and patrolling shipping routes. Our mission is clear: to win the tonnage war by blocking Britain's naval shipping. The British Empire is powerful, but their power heavily depends on naval trade. The British claim they have a new wonder weapon that makes our submarines obsolete, the Aztec, but we have ideas of how to overcome it. Our U-boats will attack from the surface at night and use wolfpack tactics when possible. We hope to keep France out of the conflict, so French ships are only to be sunk in self-defense. This will not be an easy battle, but we will not falter. We will win the Battle of the Atlantic.
All right. So mine laying the British Isles. So we can either go sink, lay some mines, or land an agent in Ireland. Okay, so let's see. So this is a medium level skill, and we will get a radar person or radio person and $1,200 upon completing this. This one is high. We'll get 6,000 plus 200% of reputation. I'm kind of liking that. And then this is low, 4,000. Okay. Well, fortune favors the bold. Let's go with this because it would be interesting to see if we can uh, meet the goal here, the 25,000 GRT. So let's go ahead and select that, and we will be patrolling, looks like just south of Ireland. All right. So let's go to the world map to set our course. And oh, this is going to be a long trip, fellas. Yeah, and we get to go through the English Canal, which is probably not going to be fun. All right, well, let's get started then. So, exit the world map, and let's move ahead slow. I'll speed up time. I just kind of like this animation. Oops, underwater. I wonder if that dropping into the ocean like that made your stomach drop when you, like an elevator. If you think about it, submarine is really just an elevator in the ocean. You know, you go up, you go down, and you're trapped inside, which is why I avoid elevators like the plague. And I probably wouldn't have been a very good submariner, which is probably why I'm fascinated by them. Um, I did get to board one time in San Francisco on a vacation. There was a there was one docked, a World War II style American sub docked, and it was a what, they were having some kind of not display. What's the word? Like a show. I don't know the word for it. I'm having a brain aneurysm or something. But anyways, an exhibit. An exhibit is the word I'm looking for. And you got to pay and go into the submarines. First thing is they are pretty huge. I didn't think they were that big. I always imagined them being cramped, and they were cramped as far as living space goes, but they're big. It was big, and it was one of the neatest experiences I ever had. But I don't think I could have been on it very long. All right, so enough blabbering. Let's go ahead and speed up time here and get on our way. So I think we can go ahead and speed up the time here, or our speed up our speed. That way we can because we're in a little bit deeper water now. I just hate to scrape the bottom of the ocean at any type of speed and damage the ship before we even get out to the open ocean. All right, we're coming up to the gate. And let's traverse the canal. So 11 hours later. Okay, so it is Wednesday, September 13th, 1939. Looks like it's hit nighttime. Okay, let's go to our world map and set our course again. And again, we are gonna have to go through the British. Oh man, we've got a long way to go.
Change course.
All right.
Torpedo and tube 3 maintained.
So now that we've set our course, let's increase our speed.
Half ahead.
And while we're going, let's see what our crew's set at, because I believe we can set like, yeah, see, so tasks, their schedules, squads, specializations. So we don't have specialization points yet. We can set a schedule for diving and... Oh, okay, good. Let's go ahead and set lighting management too. When this order is active, the crew will automatically adjust the lighting based on the situation. Red at night, blue during a silent run, and normal lighting in all other cases. So let's go ahead and set that. That way, I don't have to mess around with the lights on the okay, so specializations. That's just when our crew gets more skilled, they are more efficient in diving, silent running, discipline. Squads, I think that's already set. We're not going to mess with the default just yet until we understand what that is a little bit more. The schedule, I think they're going to handle that a little bit on their own. But here we go with tasks. Okay, so we have two mechanics, and we've got one set as the mechanic and the chief engineer. Gunther is our chief boatswain. Then we have a radio officer and a watch officer. Okay, so does this reload? Maintain maintenance and loading of torpedoes. Okay, good. So it looks like we're set there. All right. I think we got it. So let's give a pip. Well, we're going to give more than one pip. So radio we don't need just yet. Let's get rid of that, and we're going to give our engine guy 2 pips to reduce our fuel usage by 30%. We're going to keep his 2 pips there so that his navigation gives us that negative fuel usage, and then Hans Gruber over here has the 2 pips just so that he's better able to spot any potential threats. We're going to go to full speed ahead. We're not going to go to flank just yet because I think that wears the engine and also uses up a lot of fuel. And actually, let's use our batteries for this first part. Oh, wait a minute. No. We're going to save the batteries because we're probably going to want to transverse the English Channel underwater. So yeah, let's not do that. And let's increase our speed. And let's move on out. Alright, so we are at 31 knots. Let's increase our So we are at times 140 seconds. Just moving along. Oh, now I don't know about you guys, but that looks like we're gonna hit land right there. So let's change course to here first, because I don't think we want to hit land. All right, now that we got there, let's go ahead and set our course again. So I don't know why it would plot a course that would hit land. Hopefully they fix that. Where am I trying to go? Right here.
Change course.
All right. And let's increase our speed.
Another U-boat has just reported a
Okay.
possible target within our range.
So we have a new communication. What's this all about? Freighter in square AN 547, northern course, medium speed, can't intercept. Okay, based on just my fuel concerns, I don't think we're gonna go chasing anybody because I don't want to run out of fuel prior to. Okay. So let's get to the deepest part of this channel, which I would imagine is over here. Okay, so the current depth is 20 to 50 meters here. We'll set our course along the middle.
Change course.
Okay. And let's go ahead and dive.
Periscope depth.
Okay, that way. Okay, this works in our favor. I'm glad that there's good old London fog that you can count on, because it makes us harder to spot. And let's increase our speed.
Switch to electric motor.
And now we are underwater. Okay, let's go to the world map and increase our speed a little more and try to get the hell out of this channel. Okay. Okay, so we've made it as far as we can with our air quality. Now we've got to surface so that we can.
Switch to diesel engines.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Another U-boat has just reported a possible
Oh,
target
stop
within
it.
our range.
Okay, so we've got another communication. Let's see, convoy in square BF 331. Okay, that's not our patrol area. As neat as it would be to go chase them, I don't think we're gonna get any credit if we're not in our assigned area, which is not real productive for us. So let's keep on keeping on. Okay, looks like it's daytime. So just for safety's sake, and there's an air base over here. Don't want to get spotted by planes. What deep is it here? 50 to 100 meters. Let's take her down. Well, let's go to periscope depth. I think they can still spot us at periscope depth. So we'll dive a little lower if we have to, but in the meantime,
Captain, we're at Periscope depth. Ready for surface observations.
Switch to electric motors. Funnel
Oh,
smoke. Small group.
smoke
Bearing
funnel.
295 degrees.
Okay, okay, okay.
Enemy
This is what
warships
we
in
trained
sight.
for. We'll get
Bearing
through this together.
295 degrees.
So, all
Report
these
set.
controls. Okay. So what do we got over here? Those look like warships. Which, let's see. Hopefully there's enough fog that they don't see us. Okay, good. Looks like they're gonna pass us out.
Alarm cancel.
Which I am happy for, because I don't want to mess with some warships right now. Alright, let's increase our speed. And that's exactly why we go underwater in the daytime. Okay, unfortunately we run out of air. So let's surface.
Blow the tank.
Surface the ship
Current depth 5 meters.
and let's
Switch to
go.
diesel engines.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
It feels looking pretty good. I'm glad. I'm glad that doesn't seem to be an issue right now. It's nighttime, so we can go ahead and stay on the surface and be relatively okay. Alright, and
Control area.
we are in the patrol area. Okay, so our radio guy is sleeping on the job. Let's get him. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. Okay, so we've got 2 guys, right? 2 radio guys? No, we have 2 engine guys. Alright, so you're gonna have to wake your ass up
And the radio.
and radio in. Alright, let's go ahead and report that. Okay, do we have anybody? No, we don't.
Report set.
Alright, so you, our captain is resting. You're gonna go up here
Watch crew.
and keep an eye out for any ships, and let's go ahead and cut across this direction. If we get to the middle without any sightings, then we'll go ahead and try our sonar and see if we can find anyone out there. So let's go. It's pretty, well, it's cloudy, but that's a pretty good square as far as, or a circle as far as visibility with our eyes. It's getting darker. Okay, so it's nighttime. All right. So it looks like we are in the middle now. Zoom out and check in. Relative middle. How deep is it here? 100 to 200. Let's take her to a depth of 30
Dive to
meters.
30 meters.
Oh man, our radar guy's asleep. But see how they already turned our light red so that we don't have to mess with that. Alright, everybody take your positions. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit so that we can dive.
Switch to electric motors.
Okay, so now we are
25 meters.
underwater. think our captain is actually gonna have to use the sonar for now. Let our radio guys sleep. He's not as efficient, but he's
30
better than
meters.
nothing. All right, so you can see that little bubble. And you know what? Let's go ahead and
Half ahead.
actually let's lower our speed
Slow
one
ahead.
more. And let's
35
go.
meters.
There we go. See? It's a pretty good
Current
bubble.
depth, 15 meters. 35 meters.
Mhm. Let's increase our speed
Full ahead.
just because we
Torpedo
don't
and tube three
want
maintained.
to run out of air without covering as much land area as we can.
Current depth,
Okay,
30
we're
meters.
about to. Alright, let's go ahead and surface because, of course, we are out of air.
Blow the tanks.
10 meters.
Switch to diesel engines.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Torpedo and tube 2 maintained. Torpedo and tube 3 maintained. Torpedo and tube 4 maintained.
So, do we have someone up top? We don't, and our captain is tired. Alright, navigation
Ready
guy,
for your orders.
you're going up top again.
Join the watch crew.
Which you probably don't mind getting a breath of fresh air because it probably got pretty funky in there while we were waiting or while we were traveling.
On duty.
Let's increase the speed. Alright, daytime is coming up.
Target position reached.
We're able to see a little more. Okay, we've hit the edge. Let's head this way. Then we'll head this way and back up this way. Yeah, seems like a good pattern to hit. Hopefully. Oh, okay.
Torpedo and tube 5 maintained.
So when you get lost, you have no idea where you're at. And that doesn't help. So we have two people. Okay, so this guy's getting kind of tired, so we're gonna give him some coffee because we need him to at least pinpoint our position so we're not so lost. So we go to here and he is going to drink coffee. So let's give him one cup. Yeah, that was enough, I suppose. And then we'll put him at the navigation station. And then we can go back to, whoops. Searching on the hunt. Alright. So far, no. You know what? Let's cut across this way. Let's cut across this way.
I'm so tired.
And let's go ahead and dive and see if we can find anybody on sonar.
Switch to electric motors.
Periscope depth. Ready for surface observations.
Okay. We are on. Oh, we're diving. I think we're diving. There
Torpedo
we
and
go.
tube 3 maintained.
Now let's see. We need to put somebody. Oh, our radio guy's awake or has energy. He should be the most well suited
Follow
Let's
me.
give him some pips. And let's wake him up
Hmm?
and put him in
Man the
here.
listening room.
Yeah, we'll leave everyone else as is. Go to the world map. And let's continue the hunt. Whoa, this guy's got a good range. That's that 25 extra percent. I'm liking it. Let's head down. Oh, okay. So we've got a ship closing in 1 unit. Can we set an intercept course? No. Can we?
Set a course to these coordinates.
Why would we be going that way if we were trying to intercept him? Well,
Set a
we're going to
course
go
to
this
these
way.
coordinates.
Okay, so we're almost out of air, so let's see what this does for us. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we're on a direct course. So if we surface and keep that course, hopefully we can see him on the surface. If not, we can charge a little bit, get some air, and
Blow the tanks.
okay.
Switch to diesel engines.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Okay, so radio guy, you don't need all those pips, but our lookout does.
Of course, Captain.
All right, let's see if we can find him in the dark. Hopefully, I watched a documentary about a British. Oh, there he is, ship spot. Okay, so I watched a documentary about a flotilla that got attacked all because some guy lit a cigarette on on his ship, and the Germans saw it and were able to attack, and that all because he lit a cigarette. So I was hoping that's what would happen here.
Dead slow astern.
Didn't need it. All right, let's start. Target acquisitioning this ship. I did give the order to dive, right? Come on, guys. Periscope down.
Set a course to these coordinates.
I don't know how to not change course when I'm trying to look at that ship.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Captain, we're at periscope depth. Ready for surface observation.
Switch to electric
Okay,
motor.
so we want to hit him broadside, so we're trying to set up for an attack.
Torpedo in tube 4 maintained.
Okay, so there he comes. From that point, he's going to be 1.6 miles. So you know what? We're going to all stop here, because that's a
All
pretty
engines
good.
stop. Set a course to
Again,
these
I don't know how to
coordinates.
stop it from doing that.
Set a course to these coordinates.
All right, so we still haven't. Okay, since we're all stopped, that shouldn't affect us too much. Okay. Now we can calculate a course. It is a British ship. And it's just him. Let's go ahead and arm, and we'll wait for a second to get a better.
Tube 1 flooded.
Okay, 53%. 57. Okay, at 60, we're gonna fire. Maybe 65.
Fire.
Fire. Okay, so now let's
Set a course to these
take the
coordinates.
torpedo camera and see how successful we were. All right. So far, it looks like a decent course.
20 seconds to impact.
Oh,
20 seconds.
I don't know. It's gonna be close. Oh, come on.
10 seconds to
It's a
impact.
miss. All
It's a
right.
miss.
Well, can't win them all, right? Back. Back to
Set a
here.
course to these coordinates.
85% chance.
Flood tube two.
Let's hit him again. What is this saying now?
Tube 2 flooded.
Alright,
Set a
well,
course to these coordinates.
we're gonna have to change our angle.
Full ahead. Flank ahead.
Target position reached.
Oh, this guy is jamming, isn't he? Of course, that one didn't hit. Now,
Tube 1 loaded.
okay, well, looks like we're gonna have to surf this, which is gonna cause a whole other set of issues.
Current depth 5 meters.
Hopefully, he doesn't really see us.
Switch to diesel engines.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Okay, don't think we need to go 32 miles an hour. Let's see
Full ahead.
if we can catch him at that speed. Well,
Flank
not
ahead.
ideal.
Torpedo in tube 3 maintained.
Alright, so let's get ahead of him. Oh. And there he is. Yeah, he's gonna see it. So now, of course, he is taking evasive maneuvers.
Change course. Fire.
Alright. Second shot. Oh. Let's not
Set a course to these coordinates.
run into him, though. Okay, he might maneuver right into this torpedo.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Hopefully that's the case.
40 seconds to impact.
Let's see. I don't know. This isn't.
20 seconds.
And he dodged that one too. God damn it.
10 seconds to impact.
Okay, alright, alright.
miss. Flood tube 3.
Tube 3 flooded.
Fire.
This shouldn't be this hard. I don't know why I'm having such a problem. Okay, so let's we're gonna turn this way now.
40 seconds to impact.
And
30 seconds.
I'm ready for
you
your orders.
Seconds. Man the
go
deck
man
gun.
the 88.
Torpedo hit the enemy. Fire on board. Serious damage.
I think we hit him.
Crew evacuates the ship.
Yeah, we hit him. All stops. I wish we could have
All
seen that
engines
torpedo
stop.
hit him. Oh, whoa. We hit him all right.
Port set.
Don't think we're gonna need the 88 after all. Let's see. Here's some survivors. So these are just the people. That was lifeboat. Okay, lifeboat 2. Sorry. Lifeboat 2. Let's take the captain, the engineer, because they're worth more.
Alarm canceled.
Alright, report that we sunk that son of a bitch. And then we will invite these guys on board.
Report set.
And that's our 8. And what else is there? Nope, just the lifeboats. Alright. Well, very good job, guys. So, let's go to our world map. We were heading this way. Let's continue to head this
Change
way.
course.
Full speed ahead.
Full ahead.
Charge the batteries. Alright, now let's see. We have anyone who's tired. This guy's tired. Our engineer. So let's send him to sleep for a bit. We'll take the pips off of him. Put it on him. When he's finished loading the torpedoes, we'll go ahead and put him on the engines. This guy,
Ready for your orders.
we don't need the deck gun right now, so we'll put him on navigation just to make sure we don't lose where we're at.
And the navigation station.
Captain's already aboard. We're up top on the tower. Radio guy's sleeping. Alright, that looks optimal for now. Let's go to our world map.
Tube 2 loaded. Tube 3 loaded.
Let's keep on patrolling. Well, so that was more than half of the 10,000 tons we need. We've got a charged battery. We're full of air, oxygen. So should we need to dive, we're going to be okay. Let's keep an eye out for ships here.
New orders have been
Uh-oh, radio transmission. Captain, we've decided to implement a change in the assigned square for your U-boat. Please head to BF1 and perform a patrol inside that area. Oh, headquarters. Oh. Okay, well, we're right here. Let's head this way. I wonder if we have to radio in.
Funnel smoke, bearing 0 degrees.
Uh-oh. Smoke over the horizon. Alright, let's investigate this. So we see smoke, and it
report
is...
sent.
Set a course to these coordinates. Merchant ship, 315
Alright.
degrees.
Let's dive. Periscope depth.
Periscope depth.
Captain, we're at periscope depth. Ready for surface observations.
Switch to electric motors. Merchant ship, 315
Alright, there
degrees.
she is. Let's go ahead and start targeting her. And let's kind of follow this direction here. I want to see if we can get,
Change course.
if this helps at all.
Torpedo in tube 4 maintained.
We're going to run alongside her till we get,
Torpedo in tube 3 maintained. Torpedo in tube 1 maintained. Torpedo in tube 5 maintained.
Change course.
no, see, that's very frustrating. Okay,
Change course.
so that's 16% chance
Change course.
still. Let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and increase our speed is what we need to do. So, let's see, this mechanic, what are you
What are your
doing
orders,
asleep?
Captain?
Go to the,
Man the electric engines. Flank ahead.
alright, push out as much power as you can. What percentage are we at? 22%. Okay.
Captain, we've reached our target.
Okay, so here,
Set Set a course to
is
these
where I
coordinates.
say we start to
Set a
turn
course to
in
these
a little
coordinates.
bit. Slow our speed.
Half ahead.
And the hunt is on. Okay, so from here,
Set a course to these coordinates.
it's about 1.3 miles, maybe. I'm gonna do all stop. I don't want to get too
All
close to
engines
this
stop.
thing because
Set a course to
then
these
our
coordinates.
torpedoes don't hit. Okay,
Set a course
41%.
to these coordinates. Set a course to these coordinates.
81%. All right.
Flood tube 1.
Tube 1 flooded.
Fire. Change course.
Okay, fish in the water. Let's see if this is going to be any more
Torpedo has covered half
successful.
the distance.
Actually, it looks like a good
30
course.
seconds.
Here it comes. Oh no, I think that's a Spanish ship.
10 seconds to impact.
Well, that's not good. Well, that is
Set a
not
course to
good.
these coordinates.
But
Flood tube 2.
if there's no survivors, then they can't report it, right?
Tube 2 flooded.
I don't think that's the way it's gonna work, but let's go ahead and finish the job. I mean, that wasn't cool. I should, what a
Another
dork.
patrol
I should
completed
have.
successfully. Let's keep up the good work, crew.
The crew evacuates the ship.
He already sank? Whoops. I didn't radio it in.
We're in shallow.
Okay, well, this will be interesting. Let's see. Because sometimes. Oh, here we go again. To see that this is the obviously the new land capable submarine. Okay, got some promotions going. Very nice. It'd be kind of neat if they wore it on their uniforms. All right. So, congratulations, Skipper. Your mission to disrupt the British Empire's trade routes was successful. Your skill as a U-boat captain allowed you to strike at the Empire's biggest weakness, its reliance on maritime trade. Your efforts have weakened the British war effort, and the U-boat command is proud of your achievements. Well done. Okay. So the tonnage war jumped up to 50,000. Okay, So the British Empire's largest weakness is its interconnectivity and dependence on naval trade. Our U-boat forces are especially capable of striking at this weak spot by blocking major trade routes. Sink merchant ships within the following squares to complete this objective. A N, A M, A E, A F, B, E, and B. Okay, so the War Hindari was sunk. The ship was registered in Great Britain and was carrying oil from Halifax to Liverpool. Its gross registered tonnage was 6,371 tons. The Monte Abril sunk. Our intel tells us the ship had a GRT of 5,926 tons and was transporting raw materials from Liverpool to Boston. It was registered in Great Britain, but the crew used a flag of Spain for deception. So we got super lucky on that one. Thank goodness. But we did it. Next time I think we'll have to try to board their boat. All right. So then let's go to next. Our cruise experience has increased by 200 points. Ooh, and we have 3 reputation points now. And everybody except for good old Rosing has gained experience. All right, so let's start. So Bleckfurt, Spiky, Schultz, and Gruber. So let's go to our crew. Oh, let's go to our crew. And let's go. So Gruber has 1 skill point. So this officer tracks enemy ships with the Uzo and periscopes 25% faster. In addition to that, all observation instruments are additionally stabilized in manual mode. Okay, a gunner shoots more accurately. Nope. So we're going to go ahead and give him the focus skill so that he can torpedo guys quicker. I think that is probably the most important skill we're going to need for him. All right. Then we have, I forget, did this guy? Oh, yep, he does. And he speaks Portuguese. Right on, guy. Okay, so he is an engineer. So, engine specialist, a handyman, so. Okay, let's go ahead and go engine specialist. Alright, then we have Rudolph, Hans Rudolph. So he's our other engine. So we went engine specialist with the other guy. So let's go. Well, we haven't had to do repairs. We'll do that one. Okay. Schultz. He's a leader, so he can do the focus on the Uzo. We'll make him the gunner. What is this? Oh, he already has that. So since we have the captain doing this one, we'll make him the gunner. Oops. Okay, so who's left? Okay, now I might have made a slight mistake here. Whoops. I think I made Schlepsky, so let's see. Schlepsky. I gave him the skill of maintenance. Okay, so Shepsky. let's go to crew. Okay, so have him as the chief engineer. Okay, yeah, I did make a mistake. So this guy is now our chief engineer, and this guy will be our mechanic. Their skills are a little more suited for that. All right. Now we have 2 mechanics. Basically, we have 2 officers, so let's get another radio guy. So first off, do we even have another radio guy available? So crew. No, we don't. Oh, where did that guy come from? Oh, the survivors. Okay, we could promote somebody, I guess. That's gonna cost. Let's see if we can get, okay, so let's exit here. Let's go free those prisoners.
This may be your new crew. Let me know if you want to see their files.
Alright, so I brought some survivors from a sunken ship. So let's free these bad boys. Now, show me their files. So there is a mechanic, but we need a radio dude. We don't have that option, which is fine. All right, later. So then let's go and restock.
What do you need, officer?
We need a resupply. So
Take a look.
ammunition, fuel. Let's refuel. Let's get our torpedoes all loaded up.
Torpedo in tube 1 maintained.
Okay, we've got all our torpedoes. Now we did use some coffee, so let's get a coffee. All right, we got our coffee now. Now we're gonna go ahead and buy a gun. And might as well buy this. And why not? So we've got all of that we need. You know what? Just because
Take a look.
let's buy rounds just in case we need them. I'd hate to not have ammunition when we need it. And since we don't need food, which kind of surprises me. All right. But I think that's it. The deck gun. Oh, well, shit. We don't have anything on the deck gun? Come on, guys. All right. So I believe that's it. But we definitely want to assign someone to that, right? So who reloads our deck gun? So deck gun, operate, and operate. Oh, right here. Resupply ammunition. So we don't. Looks like we don't have anyone. So can we set? Can these guys do it? So we've got 10, 8, 6. Let's see if we can do a 7 here. All right. So yep, there he goes. Good job, guy. So we want to make sure we have ammunition in the gun. All right. So we'll take a couple of days off. Now we want a radio guy. So let's see if there's a mission that'll give us a radio guy as a reward.
Orders directly from the Admiralty. How may I assist you today,
All
Captain?
right. Are there any orders from the Admiralty? So, key of the city of Bremen emblem. That's not what we want. Oh, okay. This gives us a blueprints, I think, to upgrade our ship. Land an agent in Iceland. And that gives us a radio guy. We don't need a radio guy. I mean, a mechanic. We need a radio guy. I'm kind of liking this. Because if we go join this flotilla here, I mean, that's cool. But will we lose? I don't think we will lose that. Okay, we're going to join the Port of Wilhelmshaven's flotilla just because then we don't have to navigate that stupid canal. We're closer to the areas, and I think we'll still be able to engage in the tonnage war. So let's hope this isn't a mistake. We'll select that. All right. And for mission 3, we will be headed over to Wilhelmshaven. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I do love this game. I am getting used to the controls. And if you feel kind at all, please give subscribe. It does help. Anyways, have a wonderful night. See you on the next mission.